What is up, YouTube? KM888 here, and welcome to Traptrix in-depth part 7, I think. It'll be the title of the video. For this one, I have a quick updated deck profile for you guys, where I go over the cards really fast, and I'll just explain the changes that I made when you look at the first deck profile of this series, of course. After the deck profile, I'll have a quick duel for you guys. It's one of the duels that I had on my locals, but it's a fast one, so it's not that long for a video. So it's great to show after a deck profile, I find. So yeah, let's just get into this deck profile and let's get into it. So first things first, the main deck. Triple Myrmelio, still the same. Let's see that they're good for the camera. Triple Mantis, cards still the nuts. Double Dionea, Arachnocampa, and Vesiculo. Only 2 Pudica this time. I did tell this already in a previous video. I cut this down to 2 because I wanted to lower the count of Traptrix monsters that I have, and I added Prosperities back into the deck, so I kind of have enough consistency still to see the Traptrix monsters, so it wasn't really a problem to cut one of these. In the future, like, I'm only on 1 garden still. I might bump the garden up to 2 again. I'm not really sure yet. It's always like when the number of Traptrix monsters changes and the number of hand traps changes, this card goes to 1 to 2. It can differ. I think there's gonna be a ban list pretty soon, and that might change up everything again, so we'll see. So that's it for the monsters, the Traptrix Garden, triple Holotea, double Gravedigger Trap Hole, and the 1 Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare. I still think this is the preferred trap hole lineup. You don't need more, you definitely don't want less, I think. But 3 is a good number, just because you don't see them too often when you're going second, especially because going second and holding the traps is brutal. 2 Pot of Prosperities. I'm not on 3 because it just clogs so hard sometimes. The 3rd Prosperity can definitely be a thing if you find a space, but I wanted to keep the deck at 41. I didn't want to go to 42. So yeah. And then 1 Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave is just awesome card, this format. You can't say anything about that one. And that's it for everything except hand traps. I cut the Cosmic Cyclones from the main deck because I noticed it even in the Snake Eyes matchup with Fire King, where it was intended for. It didn't come up that often that I needed a Cosmic Cyclone. And I found it more appealing to run additional hand traps and additional consistency, because it leans more towards the fact that what I wanted to do, and I Serra, a back row, and hand traps, basically. So yeah, it was actually really good for me to make that change. So yeah, double Phantasme card is just nuts. I love this. Let's put them like this so we can go triple Droll and Luck in the middle, double DD Crow, double Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, triple Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, double Ghost Mourner in the main now. I love these in the main because whether you're going first or you're going second, like, these are always good to have against the Snake Eye matchup and against so many other decks. It's crazy how good they are. Also, like, the damage that people can take is actually relevant in this deck because of the Gravedigger Trap Hole. So if you see them more often, even like game 1, it can actually be game-changing, which is funny. Double Effect Veiler still, and triple Infinite Impermanence. That's it for the main deck. I'm playing 19 hand traps right now, and you might think that that's crazy, 19. But even then, you don't always draw like 3 or 4. Sometimes you just open up with 4 Traptrix monsters, and then you're like, why didn't I draw more hand traps? It's still crazy. I don't think anything changed with the extra deck. I'm still on triple Serra. I'm on the 1 Almirage. In a previous video, you actually see me using this in Game 3, so there's actually merit in running the Almirage. You can see that if you go back. IP Masquerena and SP Little Knight, I love these. I don't summon them that much, but when I get the chance, then it's most of the time meaning that a game is going in my favor as well. So, and this is just game ending at that point. So yeah, Oedipus. I still don't summon this that much, but yeah, I mean, what will you do about that? Borlow Dragon, amazing card. Pinguicula, Rafflesia, and then the Traptrix, Honorary Guest, Time Thief, Redoer. Funnily enough, this is one of the cards that I summon the least these days, just because I go for this combo all the time, so yeah. One Typhon, this card can be clutch, so... And then the Ptolemaeus package. I love this. I do this so often these days, it's crazy, and it always works out. The combo is great. You can see it as well in my last video, last match against Snake Eyes Fire King. No, against Steerlament. I used the Ptolemaeus package and I just hand-ripped everything and the game was over. It's crazy. And then for side deck, this probably changed the most. I'm still on the triple parallel exceed. I stand by my opinion that this card is only good when you know for certain you're going first. Like against some decks like Labyrinth or where you know it's going to be a grinding game, these cards can go in going first, going second. But against Snake Eyes or anything that leaves on an SP on the board, you don't want to have these in your main deck, so yeah. Triple Skullmeister, we already have 19 hand traps in the main deck, why not add some more? So we have Triple Skullmeister, I love this, I still love this against Labyrinth. The card has always been nuts. Also against Voiceless Voice, this is really good. Two Bestials, Magnamut, Druid Worm. Cards are just nuts. They're pretty decent against Snake Eye. I put them in because when they target the Masquerena in the IP Masquerena in the graveyard, that's a dark. You can just banish it, and then they can't get it back, which basically puts off the Appaloosa. They won't have the Appaloosa on their end board, what they try to make in your turn. So turning that off is already really good. And because the Flamberge kind of misses its target, they won't have anything to summon back from that, so it's just really good at that point, so yeah. Apart from that, against Branded, these are amazing because you can just banish the, what's it called, the level 4, the Fallen of Elbas. When they try to revive it to fuse with your Serra or anything, you can just banish it with the Druid Swarm, with the Magnamut. It's really good. It's good against all their cards. The Ecclesia returning from the grave, the Granguinol, whatever it's called. So yeah, these are great against that. Against Voiceless Voice, you can just banish the low. It's also really good. So yeah, it's good in multiple matchups. And against Labyrinth, you can actually you can block the lady from going off. So when they use a trap card, you can just chain your Bestial, banish a card in their graveyard like Stovitorbi or something, or Chandelier. You get rid of that, and they can't chain their lady. So yeah. Next up, maybe the weirdest choice of my side deck. I still don't like Nibiru. So, but the reason that I put these in is, you're not gonna... I'm a player in Europe, and we don't see Snake Eyes every single round. So Nibiru comes in against matchups where I know that this can be good, against really big combo players. So, for example, like a Vanadium board, this card can be detrimental if you have this together with a Veiler or a Mourner or Nimper. So if you have that combination, like it's just winning you the game, and then Nibiru is really important. And then double Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Maybe a little early because the format, like, it's end of April where the next set is released. But even so, the Ghost Ogres are really good this format as well. Especially Voiceless Voice for their continuous spells and, like against Branded, if you get rid of the Elbas when they try to fuse, then they don't get to fuse. This is also good against decks that leave an Appaloosa on the board, so you can just... yeah, you can just deny the effect negation. So it's there, it has its uses, and it's there for those uses. So I had two open spots, and I thought these were the best spots to fill with the Ghost Ogre because I needed more for those matchups. So yeah. And then the triple Cosmic Cyclone in the side instead. I still need them because I think things like Labyrinth are really important to have these. And a lot of players are on Summon Limit, Anti-Spell. Well, and even though Anti-Spell doesn't do anything against me, like, it doesn't do as much, Summon Limits kinda hurts, and of course there's always, like, the Runic Stun deck, and you want these against that deck as well. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys understand why I made some changes, and I'll let you enjoy the match. So yeah, see ya. High roll?
Ja.
9. 7.
Allee, ja, dat zal wel zijn hè, dat jij zo beginnen.
Send my main.
Ja.
Normal summon Purica. Effect.
Wat doet dat ook alweer?
Search the field spell.
Ah, ja.
Roll en lock.
Ja.
Oké.
Ik denk dat veel doet tegen mijn deck, maar...
Deze instance een klein beetje. Want ik had toch kunnen searchen. Que será, será. Whatever will be. Tweede normal summon. Mantis. Zet eentje. Mantis effect op mijn background. Probeer ik met mijn hand te doen. Serra effect voor te zetten.
Ja, dat kan maar.
Goeie vraag, hè, want... Moet eigenlijk wel... Activate. Effect van Serra.
Voor wat?
Voor de special van deck. Oké.
Ik had hem misschien op tafel moeten gooien dat het meer duidelijker was dat ik dat gedaan had.
Het is oké.
Maar goed. Ik leg door bijna nooit mijn kaarten op tafel.
Overleg?
Ik gooi die gewoon.
Grappig. Stel dan uit Tolomaeus.
Oké, ja, dat zal waarschijnlijk iets belangrijks zijn. Oh.
Ik zou graag naar de endphase gaan. Effect.
Wat doet het?
Als hij 3 materials heeft, kan ik gewoon 3 materials detachen om een rank up te doen. Dan wordt dat een rank 5. Special dat eentje van mijn extra.
Ja. Stem mij mee.
Ja.
Bonfire.
Chain Tolomaeus.
Ja, en wat doet dat nu?
Ik detach er 3 en dan maak ik een rank 5 erop leggen.
Die rank 5, wat doet die?
Die rank 5 heeft 1 van 2 effecten. Oftewel swapt hij ons hand uit, dus heel uw hand terug in uw deck en gebruikt zelfs een aantal kaarten. Oftewel is dat een omni-negate op het veld. Voor monsters, normal spells en normal traps. Dus jij search een monster van Bonfire. Resolution. Durant dat effect. Het effect voor ons hand terug in ons deck te steken en te recyclen. Chain Roll Lock.
Chain, Roll en Lockboard.
Dat is zo jammer.
Anders ga ik niet zomaar Bonfire.
Nee, ik weet dat wel, maar...
Dus bij mij is dat 3, hè?
Ja, ik ben er veel.
Ja, dat kan.
Ja, daar kan ik niks aan doen. En bij mij eentje. Dus shuffle, afpakken en jij draagt er 3, draagt eentje. Had de handloop geweest. Cheeky, hè? Tegen auto's is dat gewerkt.
Oké, dus je zet nog altijd in main phase, hè?
Ja.
Dat is een effect. Dat is vrij tot zeer heel ongelukkig.
De ene draw.
Ja, dat had ik gehoopt dat dat zo niet zoiets was, maar ja, dan moet ik passen, denk ik. Ja, dan moet ik passen, wil zeggen.
Alright. Ik kan in de endphase Holotea effect doen om Mantis te rebornen. Special. Dan is mijn beurt. Draw. Stand by me. Ulti effect. Voor Purica Reborn. Special. Pingwikkela. Effect van Pingwikkela. Search en Traptrix monster in mijn deck.
Ah yes, ik weet het niet.
Vervelend.
Ja,
Dat is oké.
ik heb geen idee.
Serra effect voor te zetten van mijn deck.
Ja.
Ik zet Gravedigger's Trap op. Dan zou ik graag naar de Battleface gaan.
Ik rijd het zeer terecht.
17. 800.
Ja.
5, 5. En 2, 4. 3, 1.
Kunnen we nog een beetje taal van 500 scrubben?
Dat de Traptrix
Als jij een effect in je hand, Grave of Banish Pile activeert, negate dat effect en doet dat 2000 damage. En nog juist aan het twijfelen dat ik dat wil doen. Doe maar.
Stand by me. Console effect.
Ash.
Nee. Als je 26 aantrekt op mij gooit, ga ik niks meer doen.
Nee, dat is waar.
Die ene Vener was ook heel spijtig, anders had ik
Ja,
echt wel...
ja.
Ja, de stream ook veel beter, veel meer kunnen zien. Hè.
Dat had... Ja, dat dat een imperm had geweest, dat dat... Ja. Mijn deck is eigenlijk puur gebouwd vanwege de Fire King, Snake Eye matchups en heel die shit. Ja, je kunt niet anders, hè. Maar ik had niet verwacht om er hier eigenlijk twee nog te zien vandaag.
Ik wil starten.
Yes.
Oh, leuk in het zeg. Maar hoe komt dat nu dat ik eigenlijk altijd zoveel brik tegen u?
Ik weet dat niet. Ik brik altijd tegen haar om.
Ja, ik brik altijd tegen u. Dat gaat geen interessante string zijn. Ik zeg het nu al, gewoon een summon effect.
Ja, is goed.
En nu gewoon een beetje
Misschien nog wel, hè.
Het is op resolutie.
Is goed. Dus, ja, is goed. Hier hebben we een... ja, is goed.
Kijk, misschien is je ook een beetje vet. Hey, al mijn shit stakken nog wat hier naar onder gooien. Denk je dat je een blik van boven? Ja, ik hoop al wel.
Nu dat die Linko Ribbon
Die
op
is
het
gewoon
veld
in het algemeen genegate. Hè.
Ja. Dat is perfect nu dat die Linko Ribbon nog op het veld ligt. Want als hij zijn beat in Grave ligt, dan kun je rondspelen.
Dat klopt.
End main, Droes voor de Linko Ribbon. Special. Nog iets anders in de... Bra. Stand by me. Battleface.
Wat doet dat nu?
Main phase 2. Normal summon Mermelio. Effect. Ja.
Dacht wel, ja. Even gewoon misschien een tweede Vener searchen.
Ijs.
Ah, ja, ja. Voor wat niet uiteindelijk.
Oh, ja.
Heel spel. Tweede normal summon. Dainea target Mermelio.
special summon. Chaining 1 Myrmelio op target uw back row, chaining 2 Serra voor een kaart te zetten van mijn deck.
Wat target dat van mijn bekken, wat doet dat?
Destroy dat.
Chaining.
Niet op de Serra. Unaffected.
Ah ja, oké.